Some eternal questions have always been a source of debate among the greatest thinkers of mankind. Deep dish or thin crust? Where does that pineapple came from? Because of Brady? Or because of Belichick? And did Rose cheat on Rachel?
Oh, we were on a break.
Okay, Rose, calm down. Today we're going to solve one of these mysteries, and at the end of the video, you'll have no doubt in whether Rose cheated or not. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defined cheating as to break a promise made to someone, such as one's wife or husband, by having sex with someone else. And we are going to use this definition to determine whether Rose cheated or not. By just looking at the definition, you might say he didn't cheat because Rose and Rachel were not married. This would be hitting below the belt and not a nice thing to say, but it holds an important lesson for young men and women about saving themselves for marriage. So let's take their relationship as a marriage and see if we can determine if there was cheating. First, the plaintiff. Rachel accused Rose of cheating because he has sex with the hot girl from the Xerox place, Chloe. Rose did not deny he has sex with Chloe, but insists it wasn't considered cheating because they had already broken up at the night in question before getting back together the morning after. Plaintiff's first evidence. Rachel insists Rose was cheating because he tried to cover up his relation with Chloe by hiding the woman when Rachel arrived at his apartment the morning after the night in question, and spend the whole day trying to cover up his indiscretion. The defendant doesn't consider him trying to prevent Rachel from finding out about his relation with Chloe as an admission of guilt, but kind-hearted effort not to cause her more heartache, and him trying to prevent this kind of unnecessary argument, following a bad advice from his friend Joey, who is not the sharpest tool in the shed. In fact, Rose has video evidence he believes will exonerate him and wishes to enter it into this case.
What to do?
I don't know. Look, maybe we should just take a break.
Okay, fine. You're right. Let's take a break. Let's cool off, okay? Let's get some frozen yogurt or something.
No. A break from us.
According to her own words, Rachel broke up with Rose earlier on the night in question. And the moment he left, she invited the man she's been having an emotional affair with, Mark, into her apartment for dinner. According to Rose, the only difference between his relations with Chloe and Rachel's relation with Mark is Rachel did not have sex with Mark, and she in fact led him to believe she has had an affair with Mark during a late-night phone call, when Rose called her, trying to apologize for his earlier destructions at her office. Rachel refutes his claim she has an emotional affair with Mark, and it is his insecurities which led him to believe that. She is not responsible for his fragile ego, and she has no affair of any kind with anyone, and the only one who cheated here is Rose. She also objects to his insinuation. She invited Mark to her apartment because she has an interest for Mark. She was in fact waiting for a phone call from Rose that never came when Mark called and invited himself for dinner. And his assumption of her infidelities proves he is capable of cheating and has the means and opportunity to cheat. His assumption of her alleged infidelities providing the motive. Rose assumed Rachel was cheating with Mark for a long time, but he didn't consider what he did as payback or cheating because Rachel has broken up with him earlier on the evening and wishes to enter into evidence the conversation Rachel has with his sister Monica the morning after that night.
Hey, that was a big anniversary dinner.
Well, we never actually got to dinner.
Oh, nice.
No, we kind of broke up instead.
As you just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, Rachel herself assumed they had broken up the previous night before coming into realization during her dinner with Mark that she wanted to get back together with Rose and left a message for him on his answering machine. And on her voicemail, she used the phrase, "I don't want to get back together over the machine."
Breakup thing is just stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just so sorry I put you through it. And I don't want to get back together over a machine. So, I love you.
I love you.
And you know what? I'm gonna go to bed now, but on my way to work tomorrow morning, I'm gonna stop by around 8:30.
Okay.
Even though she left the message before she went to bed, since she didn't want to get back together over voicemail, the time of when she left the message is irrelevant, because according to her own standards, they didn't get back together until the next morning when she arrived at Rose's apartment. And this is exemplified by her own question.
Oh, hey, you are right on time.
So, what do you say? Can I be your girlfriend again?
Yes, you can very much.
So, between early in the evening of the previous night, when Rachel break up with him and get back together around 8:30 the next morning, Rose was a single man. The defendant rests his case. The plaintiff only got one thing left to say to Rose. Smash that subscribe button like Rose smashed the Xerox girl, and I will see you on the next one.